Omaha, Nebraska, the birthplace of the Reuben sandwich, Raisin Bran cereal, the ski lift, and singer-songwriter Conor Oberst. It's said to be one of the top places in the country to raise a family, but while it may be a great place to live, it also makes for an excellent vacation destination. Omaha is jam-packed full of distinctly unique things to do. Join Viewcation as we take a peek at some of the top sites and attractions in the city that has been called the Gateway to the West. Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium. This fantastic destination has an impressive 130 acres of exotic animals from all over the globe. The zoo is so big it's actually home to the largest indoor rainforests in America. There you'll find happy apes called gibbons swinging merrily from tree to tree. The zoo's Hubbard Orangutan Forest is home to playful orangutans that enjoy hanging from the beautiful banyan trees. After you have your necessary dose of monkey time, head over to the largest indoor desert environment in the world to catch a glimpse of fascinating desert-dwelling creatures. After journeying through the frigid polar bear exhibits and strolling through the shark tunnel, you'll find yourself at the zoo's aquarium, where nature lovers can get up close and personal with hundreds of species of marine life. Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium is more than a zoo. It's more like a biological park. If you're interested in learning more about conservation, then this is a must-visit attraction for anyone visiting the Omaha region. Old Market. There's no better place in Omaha to satiate your hunger than the Old Market. Here you'll find many fine dining establishments such as the Boiler Room, as well as more casual cafes and fast casual offerings. Old Market is essentially the heart of Omaha. Its brick-paved streets are lined with popular attractions like the Omaha Children's Museum and the Joslyn Art Museum. If you're planning a romantic evening with your significant other, you can also take a relaxing horse-drawn carriage ride through the area. There are also a ton of shops, boutiques, and art galleries to visit as well. And if you need a little pick-me-up, you can always grab a latte at one of the many independent coffee shops that call Old Market their home. It's best to park your vehicle near Durham Museum and then walk through the area, as the cobblestone streets can get a bit bumpy and finding a parking space can be a difficult task. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Viewcation for more, and stick around for more of the best of Omaha. Joslyn Art Museum. Founded in 1931, the Joslyn Art Museum houses an impressive collection that includes over 11,000 pieces of art and relics. You'll see works by some of the more familiar names of the art world, as well as from lesser-known local artists from the region. Some of the most popular exhibits feature art by masters like Jules Breton, Veronese, Claude Lorraine, and Renoir. On display at the museum are works of 18th and 19th century American art, as well as 20th century and contemporary pieces. You'll also be pleased to see ancient art from all over the planet. Special exhibits are regularly added for your viewing pleasure, so check their website before visiting. The Durham Museum. Found within one of Omaha's historically significant treasures, Union Station, the Durham Museum gives guests a thought-provoking peek into the history of the surrounding region and features a fairly broad range of traveling and temporary exhibits that cover subjects like history and culture, industry, and the sciences. It's highly regarded as one of the premier resources for historical preservation, entertainment, and education in the Omaha area. And it's a great spot to visit with little ones, as there are numerous hands-on activities to keep them entertained while also learning about history. Visitors can see exhibits that include model trains, as well as a streetcar from the 1940s. The museum also has displays that include historical documents, a coin collection, and photos and artifacts from the 1898 Trans-Mississippi and International Exhibition. Lauritzen Gardens. A visit to Omaha's beautiful botanical garden and arboretum, Lauritzen Gardens, will allow you to appreciate a wide range of flowers, shrubs, trees, and other plant life. Animal lovers will appreciate getting the chance to admire animals like deer, rabbits, bears, and even elephants. There are many different events and performances held at the gardens, so it's always a good idea to check their website to see what's coming up. If you're traveling with a dog, you'll be able to give them a much-needed walk while exploring the grounds. Come Christmas time, the gardens are illuminated with thousands of festive lights for its annual Bright Nights event, so if you're looking for something to bring you holiday cheer, you're in luck. Omaha Children's Museum. Fun for the whole family can be found at the Omaha Children's Museum, one of the most visited museums in Nebraska. The museum opened its doors in 1976, and ever since, it's been providing a place for visitors to come and engage in wholesome, hands-on activities. Children and the young at heart alike can explore the museum's many interactive permanent exhibits, which are focused on themes like art, science, and early childhood education. Some of the most popular exhibits include a giant ball machine, a miniature kid-friendly grocery store, a science and technology lab, and a makerspace. The museum also regularly features traveling exhibits in addition to hosting daily educational programs and special events throughout the year. Funplex. Funplex is the perfect place to visit for thrill seekers or those who are just trying to cool off during the hot summer months. Located at the intersection of Q and 72nd Streets, Funplex offers amusement rides as well as a full-featured water park. Take a ride on a roller coaster, race your friends out on the go-kart track, or take a plunge down one of the park's water slides. Whatever summertime fun you're looking for, Funplex probably has it. Heartland of America Park. This 31-acre public park can be found in the middle of downtown on Douglas Street. There's a paved trail that visitors can walk along as well as a lake where swans can be seen soaking up the sun. The park is also home to 3 fountains, one of which shoots water more than 300 feet and is beautifully lit up at night. There's also a gorgeous waterworks fountain that dates back to the 1800s. While this park might not seem like anything particularly special, it's a wonderful spot to have a picnic or simply get a little reprieve from the hustle of the city. And every year, it's also the site of the city's annual Taste of Omaha festival, where dozens of local restaurants come out to show off their finest grub. Strategic Air and Space Museum. Located between Lincoln and Omaha on I-80, this museum, which opened its doors in 1959, features 300,000 square feet of exhibits and event space. Its primary purpose is to preserve and commemorate aircraft from the Strategic Air Command while supporting the nearby Offutt Air Force Base. Visitors can see up close dozens of aircraft and artifacts that are related to the SAC history and its mission. Gerald R. Ford Birth Site and Gardens. History buffs will appreciate this attraction. At 3202 Woolworth Avenue stands the house where U.S. President Gerald R. Ford lived for several weeks after his birth on July 14, 1913. The house belonged to his paternal grandparents Martha King and Charles Henry. The site features a memorial dedicated to the United States' 39th president. Right next door is the Gerald R. Ford Conservation Center, created by the Nebraska State Historical Society to display memorabilia, documents, and items of historical significance related to Ford and his legacy. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss anything that you love in Omaha? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.